Welcome back to Garden Discovery and to my own California garden, Zone 9B, on the central coast of Monterey County. I don't want to offend anybody by saying I got up at the butt crack of dawn, but I did get up early that day, and I decided to put together this other obelisk trellis, and it went together a lot better than the first one I did. And if you saw that video, sorry about that. It was hard for me to watch, but it was something that I learned to do, and it was something to become self-sufficient at, and the second one was a lot easier. But honestly, if I never see another Allen wrench again, I'll be happy. I was really proud of myself because I'd gone a full month without buying any new plants, but I broke that. I gave in and I bought some violas. And if you saw the video previously, I went to visit Manny at Navarro's Mixed Nursery and bought a few succulents there. And so today I wanted to plant up the violas, the plants that I got from Manny. Oh, yeah, and a Colorado blue spruce. This is something of a tradition in my garden. My granddaughter and I started a few years ago planting Colorado blue spruces, and I hadn't been able to find any the last couple of years at Lowe's. They usually sell them as little mini Christmas trees, and I found them this year. So I got one, and I'm planting that up today too. And I'll be returning to Lowe's to get a couple more because I love these plants. They're absolutely gorgeous. The color, the pine cones when they come, just so pretty. And they add such a great touch to the garden, and they'll grow and give some height to the garden and some shade, which is much needed in my sunny garden. I don't do a lot of fussing around when I'm planting plants. I just look at the roots. If I need to break up the root ball, then I will. This one looked great. It wasn't root bound. And I just put it in, and I use the soil that I took out and just plant it right back in using that same soil. And it's really handy to have a huge nursery pot to put that soil in, and then you can dump it out afterwards. Really works great. Colorado blue spruces just add a beautiful color to the garden that I love. I love that blue-green color. It's my favorite. And as I said, nothing fancy when I'm planting a plant. I just dig the hole and put it in. I don't have fancy tools. I don't have fancy gloves. I'm just the average gardener, low budget, and I use what I got. And I always look for good deals when I'm out shopping plants. I'm a plantaholic, and I love buying new plants. And this Mangave I fell in love with. This one I was able to divide and get some pups off of, and I'm hoping to be able to get some pups started and more plants growing in the garden because I think the color on this is absolutely gorgeous. Here's the pups that I got and the roots that I cut off that were dry, and I'm going to put them in the compost pile and let them do their thing. And now I just need to decide where I'm going to plant those little baby Mangaves. And oopsie, when I dug the hole for the Mangave, I found some daffodil bulbs. So fortunately, I didn't hack them, and I was able to save them and replant them. So I got those daffodil bulbs repositioned in the garden. And they'll be just fine here in their new homes. No harm done, right? Some of my daffodils are actually already coming through the ground, and I'll show you a bit later in a mini tour. That's right, daffodils in December. Isn't that crazy? But they'll be blooming in January, and it'll be something to see. I love daffodil time of year. I'm so excited for it. I still have a huge pile of mulch on the front lawn, and I am moving that little by little to the back garden and using it as needed. And if any of you need mulch, try using chip drop. You can Google a chip drop, sign up for it. And arborists in your area that are needing to dump their loads of chips will just put them right on your property. It's really handy, and it's a free resource for you. Here's what's left of my tomatoes, my cherry tomatoes this year. That's the last one I'm going to be picking. I'll let the other ones drop and hopefully reseed. This was a self-seeder, and it supplied me with cherry tomatoes for about 6 months. It's been crazy. We've had such warm weather. And here are all my little seedlings that came up. I've got some carrots in there, and I've got lettuce and radishes, and That's kale that's getting eaten up. If any of you have any suggestions on how to keep the bugs from eating my crops, I would love it. Just put the information down in the comments below. Much appreciated. And here's some spinach and more of my lettuce, potatoes, just a various things growing in here. And this was an experiment. In here, I put some minute rice and mixed it in with the soil. And my theory was that it would help to keep the soil moist. And it sure looks like it's growing pretty good. Here are the bulbs that I took out of my raised beds, and I just put them all in the nursery containers here. And they've all come up as they should, and I'm excited about that. So I'll move those out into the big garden soon. So that's a look at the farm, and I've got lots of different stuff coming up here. And surprise, surprise, I got a morning glory that came up growing in my Japanese maple that's dormant right now. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that. I understand they're invasive, so And here's a look at the daffodils that are just breaking through the ground right now. There'll be a whole row of these daffodils grow behind the logs there and mixed in within the garden in all kinds of places, and it's going to be really a beautiful display. I love daffodil time of year. I know I said that, but I really do. The garden is having its second spring. I mean, it really looks beautiful and lush, and the plants are thriving in the cool soil. We had a lot of rain in November, but none at all in December. And so we have rain for a week coming, so the forecast says. This garden is going to need it. And for all of you who've been with Garden Discovery from the very beginning and been following my garden and my gardening journey, I'm just really excited to report that I will be starting the Master Gardeners program, and the training and classes begin in January. And that's something that I'm really looking forward to. And I'm looking forward to learning and hopefully passing along what I learn, little nuggets and big nuggets, on to you. The Master Gardeners program is a great resource for gardeners. Even if you cannot be in the Master Gardeners program itself, they do offer free classes to the community, and they sell plants twice a year in their plant sales, really quality, healthy plants. And there's just tons of information and help that you can get from the Master Gardeners without being a Master Gardener yourself. So check it out by Googling Master Gardener in your area. I have bulbs that are budding already in the raised garden beds, and I'm really looking forward to the spring garden. It's going to be really pretty, at least I hope so. I put in the work for it, and every year it's been really a delight to see. So hopefully this one will be as well. So yay, 2026. I'm looking forward to you. And there's a few things I do need to get to in the garden, and I need to get in there and pull out some of the alyssum that's growing in the spiral because I really don't want it there. A little bit here and there is okay, but that's a place where I really want to be able to see the spiral pattern. And so I'll be taking that out soon. And I just happened to have a forget-me-not come up here in the spiral and some freesias. I don't know how the freesia bulbs got in there, but there they are. And so we'll just go with it this year and hopefully remember to dig them up and put them somewhere else next year. Those are the little garden surprises that you get as a gardener, and it's okay. You just go with them. This is one of the lavender plants that I have remaining in the spiral area. I only have a few in the garden now. I pulled most of the old ones out because they were just getting too woody. And this is my thyme that came back, and it always does that. So, just a message for you. If you have a thyme plant in your garden and it start to look bad during the summer, in California, just leave it in there because it will come back once the rains start coming again. And I love thyme. I love the little fragrance that it has. Really a cute plant and has beautiful blooms on it. And this salvia, I need to get in there and take some of the seeds off of it. There's a lot of dried seeds that I can harvest and get some new salvia plants going somewhere else. Thanks for joining me today and a look at my December California garden. And hey, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and share the channel. And I appreciate every single one of you. You guys get out there and garden your hearts out.